The Screensavers, busy corrupting the youth of America every day. Welcome back to the Screensavers. All this week we've been having a great time, and I wasn't talking about you, Kevin. I'm talking about those kids playing on the Unreal Tournament over there. They look like they're having a great time. We've been showing you what people do when they modify their Xbox, and it's amazing what some of the things they can do. This is our last day, perhaps the most controversial day. Once you install the mod chip, this is the one that probably scares Microsoft the most. You began the week by installing a chip that basically bypasses the copy protection, the routines that are in the Microsoft Xbox, to allow you to do some of this stuff. You copied a new dashboard, a new operating system on there called Evo X or Evolution X. We've also showed people how to use it as a media player so they can look at their pictures, their MP3s, their videos. Now we're going to show you, again, the controversial one. Personally, the one I'm most interested in, because it would be of use to me, which is copying your games, taking a game and putting it on the big hard drive. We put a 120 gig hard drive in there.
Yeah, we did. We filled it up.
Why would somebody want to do this?
Well, there's a couple of reasons. Personally, for myself, I don't want to tote around all my games. If I'm going to take my Xbox over to a friend's house, I want to just be able to take the box itself and not have to worry about carrying 30, 40 different titles over there. But there's other reasons to do it as well. Like you said, you have kids.
I have kids. They scratch the discs. I mean, I've lost 3 or 4 games already.
Usable. You have to go out and buy another $50 game.
I don't know of any way to easily copy these, so by copying it to the hard drive. We should mention that because there is a potential for piracy, that's where Microsoft probably gets most upset. People could somehow acquire a disc copied on there. They wouldn't need to buy it.
I've read the forums. Some guys go Blockbuster 2-for-1 days and just...
Folks, don't do that. That's just bad. Not only is it ripping somebody off, but really, you're not going to get more games you do stuff like this. We got to tell you, all the mods that we're showing are not supported by Microsoft. Some of them may even be illegal under the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, which prevents you from bypassing copy protection schemes in boxes like this. If you do make these modifications to your Xbox, you're certainly voiding the warranty. We know that for sure. You might be breaking the law, and if you do it wrong, you could very easily hose your Xbox permanently. And believe me, don't go crying to Microsoft if you do, because they're not going to replace it.
There's nothing they can do.
All right. So let's show. This is probably the one that I would do, again, to protect the discs. I'm not a lawyer. I think it probably is illegal to do that kind of thing because, again, you're circumventing copy protection. But I also think it should be legal to make backup copies of stuff you own.
I agree.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not selling it. I'm just making it so that I don't lose the disc. Exactly. How many games do you have on here?
Well, right now I've backed up about 50 of my titles on here.
Holy cow.
And this is the final product. Once you back them up, you can see they just show up in the menu. Right. And all you have to do is select the game and launch it.
It knows the title automatically.
It knows the title automatically by looking at the executable, and it gets the name from the executable.
So what's the process involved in getting the files off the DVD and onto
the process? You have to launch a program called Xcommander.
This is one of those utilities that you installed before.
It's a third-party application. You just it installs it on the hard drive. And it looks much like the old Norton Commander or the Midnight Commander.
It's very familiar, isn't it? Yeah.
It is. So basically what we have is we have 2 panes here. On the left, we have our source drive, and on the right, we have our destination. Okay. So we're going to choose the source drive as the D drive.
Which is the CD-ROM here.
That's the CD-ROM.
It's actually a DVD. I don't know why.
Or DVD-ROM, right. So right here are the source files. These are the actual files.
That's what a game looks like. It's a bunch of different folders and files.
Directories and one executable file. That default.xbe is the executable file. Okay. Now if we go on the right-hand side, we'll choose the F drive. Now remember, the F partition was the partition that we had the most space on.
It's kind of your data partition.
Exactly. We're going to store all the data on. And we'll go into the games directory and just create a directory. So we'll hit the Start button, choose Create Directory there, and then we'll type in anything we want as the directory name. You want to name it something that you're going to remember exactly what the game is. Right. So I'll just do, for this example, ABC1 and click Done. Now, if you take a look here on the right-hand side, I have a directory called ABC1. Okay. So I'll go inside that directory. Now I'm in the F Games ABC1. And then on the left-hand side, I'll go up one and choose the D drive. And then I'm going to select each of the files. So I've selected 3 directories there and the main executable file. Right. So now all I'm going to do is click the Start button and then choose Copy.
Go ahead and do it.
And what
How long does it take?
This is about a 2 GB game, so it's going to take us about 10 minutes or so. And it's going to copy all the files over to the drive, and then the second I restart, that Evolution X is going to see that I've copied those files over there. It's going to see the executable, and it's going to show up automatically in the list.
There's no copy protection on these games.
Once you've gotten this far, Microsoft had never planned.
They never thought anybody would
get this
figure
far.
this much out. There's clearly copy protection. You can't just make a DVD copy of it. So there's copy protection, physical copy protection, but not, as it turns out, on the game. Very interesting. 50 games. How many games you said there? Are they mostly about 2 gigabytes?
They vary. Some games I've seen as low as a gig, and then others have been upwards of 3 gigs.
So it's not unreasonable to think you could get 60 or more games on one hard drive.
No, it's not unreasonable.
Pretty amazing. All right. Well, it's remarkable to me what you can do with the Xbox for a number of reasons. First of all, none of these things were intended by Microsoft, and I'm amazed at the energy, the time, the thought, the power
Hours
that
and hours of programming
went into
that went into
hacking this thing. And then secondly, the power itself of the Xbox is pretty impressive.
It is.
And clearly Microsoft intended for some of these capabilities in Xbox 2
Oh,
down
I'm
the
sure
line.
down the line, these features are coming.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
definitely on the way.
Very interesting stuff. Kevin, you've done a great job. Thank you very much. And, of course, you're going to return this to Microsoft and let them burn
Take out
it.
the mod chip.
That's right. For more information, not. On backing up your Xbox games, check out Kevin's article at thescreensavers.com. It's coming home with me.